I read comic books and I was the hero of the comic book. I saw movies and I was the hero in the movie. So every dream that I ever dreamed has come true 100 times.
Just the king of rock and roll, king of rock and roll.
Baby, baby, baby. Baby, baby, baby.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, baby.
The best 2 hours of Elvis.
Blue Suede Connection. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
OneCountry.com. They gave what they feel are the 9 best soundtrack tunes. Now, there's 1 or 2 on here that I think maybe they did their homework a little bit with.
Okay.
The rest? Number 9, Rubberneck and Change of Habit. Now, I don't know if that's one of his greatest songs, but they picked that one.
Mm-hmm.
You Don't Know Me from Clambake. Now, that was a good choice.
Song,
He did a really good job on that. Ray Charles.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7, here's the one I was talking about, City by Night from Double Trouble.
Okay, that's unusual.
That's
and
like
that's
a
good
Sinatra.
song.
Yeah, it's like a Sinatra-style song.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
Check that one out, folks, if you haven't heard it. If you listen to Blue Suede Connection, you've heard it.
Yeah.
Number 6, you heard this on the show today, Bossa Nova Baby from Fun in Acapulco.
Good one.
It's a fun dance song. Number 5, Flaming Star.
No. Really?
It's a good song, but I don't know that it's one of the greatest movie songs that he did.
No, there's so many others.
Number 4, this song always gets on a list no matter what list it is. Viva Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I think you know what movie that was from. Number 3, one of his greatest rockers, Jailhouse Rock. Number 2, Crawfish from King Creole.
Oh my. Okay.
I mean, we're speechless, both of us.
I know, right?
What do you say? Number 1, Can't Help Falling in Love from Blue Hawaii.
Yeah.
And that seems to make lots of lists too, because it is a beautiful song, used at weddings, and how can you not like it?
Yeah. Totally.
Unless you're a fool or an idiot, you wouldn't like it. But that's all I got to
now
say about
somebody's
that.
been insulted somewhere.
That's all right. That's all right. They can take it. They're Elvis people. All right. We've been teasing about this, and I'm curious to hear what books made this list, but this is 8 books, they say, that are really great books about Elvis. So if you want to read up on Elvis, these are the ones they're saying to go to, right?
Yeah, so, that's correct. So these are biographies and or nonfiction books from people.com. At number 8, we're saying Elvis, the Legend, the authorized book from the Graceland Archives. I actually have not seen that.
Right.
But I'm assuming that's probably pictures of items and stuff.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah, that's what it is.
All right, then Elvis and Me, the story of love between Priscilla Presley and Elvis. I have read that.
Yeah.
I did read this, and I enjoyed this book, The Last Train to Memphis, by
cool.
Peter Gerlach, and I also enjoyed his second book, which is on this list too, Careless Love, The Unmaking of Elvis Presley. Number 3, A Little Thing Called Life, which is Linda Thompson's book. I did read this. It's a book where she writes about Bruce Jenner as well. It was good, but I would have preferred a book where she just focused on her relationship with Elvis.
Right.
Because she is one of the most fascinating people.
Sure.
And I would love to know about her life and her relationship with Elvis.
Right.
Number 2, Me and a Guy Named Elvis, which is Jerry Schilling's book about his lifelong friendship with Elvis, and that was a great book.
Right.
The number 1 book is Leaves of Elvis's Garden, The Song of His Soul by Larry Geller. Larry Geller is a lifelong friend of Elvis.
Right.
I loved this book. It deserves this number 1 spot. But it's funny how they miss his book before this called If I Can Dream.
Right.
Also a really great book.
Larry had a lot of good things to say about Elvis. And,
he's wonderful, yeah.
Yeah, he's still around, still doing little seminars and talking about him.
Yeah, he pops up every now and then.
All right, baby. It is story time with TL, and you said we were going to do Elvis the Prankster, so lay it on us, baby.
So I actually heard J.D. Sumner tell this story one time in Memphis at a fan club event that I had attended. So Elvis was known to be a huge jokester.
Oh, yeah.
And he would pull a prank on just about anybody. He did not like it when you did it to him, however, which is kind of funny. But so during the early 70s when they were, I think it was probably mid 70s when they were in Vegas, and Elvis started to get some death threats. The guys, amped up their guns, and Elvis took the stage with a gun in his belt. He had like 2 or 3 guns on him during the show.
One in his boot, right?
Yeah, he had one in his boot, one in his belt, somewhere else. He had them everywhere. And the guys were very on watch for whoever this crazy person might be. And I think it was right around the time of the Manson murders when a list had come out, and Elvis was on the list for people that they wanted to kill. Anyway, so after this had died down for a while, everybody was still on edge, and Elvis decided he wanted to play a joke, and he got red and Sonny and all them to go get some blank bullet, put them in their guns, and he said, look, we're gonna tell them that there's been another threat. And so after the show, him and the Stamps, all the guys, were going up to the suite to do their typical after show
Gospel set.
And Elvis said, guys, I hate to tell you this, but there's been another threat, and it's pretty serious. So the idea was they were going to go in the room, and then they were going to shoot off these blanks, right, and scare the crap out of everybody. So they did that, and the West brothers shot their blanks off. And what ended up happening was JD, as he said, he jumped on Elvis, threw him to the ground, splayed his body over him. The other guys jumped over the bar, landed, like, just trashed the bar, glasses and wine bottles and everything or whatever everywhere to hide. And JD said he thought Elvis was really scared because he could feel him under him quaking.
Right.
He thought he was afraid, but actually Elvis was laughing, because it ended up being the joke. The joke was on JD. However, JD said Elvis told him later that he knew who was really going to save his life if anything really happened.
Right. JD's the man, huh?
Yeah.
Now, since it is the decade show, and I was thinking that on a recent show you shared that the 70s is pretty much what got you into Elvis. And with me, I think my first album, I'll never forget. Well, actually, there was two, but the first album I had was that Flaming Star album, but it wasn't legally mine. It was my sister's.
And you stole it.
Yeah, like I said, I used to strum her tennis racket and sing Tiger Man along with Elvis. But the first Big Dan record he went out and bought was that Pure Gold, that low budget with the Hawaii concert picture on the cover.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it was one of those Pickwick records, which was real bendable.
Yeah.
But that had Jailhouse Rock and stuff like that on it.
Okay.
So I kind of got versed in all periods of Elvis. So I got hooked with that. But what was the first album you had that turned you onto that 70s Elvis?
Well, actually, the first album I also borrowed. It was my mother's, and that was she had the Greatest Hits Gospel album.
Okay.
I think it was mid 70s or so. But then the first album I got that she actually bought me was for my birthday, and it was the Come On Everybody album. Also a Pickwick, I think, or Camden.
Yeah, they were saying Camden Pickwick. Yeah,
and it also had a mix of movie songs, and
so that was your introduction. The gospel was really your first, what you heard.
Yeah, the gospel. 70s gospel is what I heard first.
But I also remember before there was a record in my hands as a child, like I said, Money Movie 7 every other month was Elvis week.
Sure, yeah.
And I'd come home and watch the Elvis movies after school, and I think I saw Girl Happy 150 times.
We all did, yeah.
But it was those movies that drew me to him. I thought he was just the coolest dude in the world. Cool hair. He beat up the dudes. He got the chick. I said, man, that's cool. That guy's just cool.
He does it all.
And he does. All right, you got some interesting information over there. I like when you share these kind of things. What you got for us?
All right, this is Variety.com, and it's the top 5 most streamed Elvis songs.
So on YouTube and all that?
YouTube. This is mostly YouTube.
All right.
So number 5 is Suspicious Minds Viva Elvis.
The Viva edition.
The Viva edition.
Okay.
Over 10 million views.
Wow.
Burning Love's number 4, 10,700,000 views.
Wow, people are still listening, huh?
Yeah. Blue Christmas with Matina McBride. 11,940,000 views. A Little Less Conversation remix, 15,200,000 views. And this one is the all-time high, Can't Help Falling in Love, 60,800,000 views.
One of the love song, huh? That's the big one.
Exactly. Then the top 5 Apple Music downloads for albums. Number 5 is The Wonder of You with the Royal Phil.
Cool.
Number 4 is the 50 Greatest Love Songs. Number 3 is Elvis 50 Greatest Hits. And number 2 is The Essential Elvis. And number 1, the Elvis 30 number ones.
Oh, great. That's the best one right there. I like it. ATL, I hear people are making the connection.
That's the rumor.
But in case you've been living on Mars
or vacationing in Venus,
we've got a show for you.
It's 2 hours of Elvis and fun.
So join the party.
Make the connection.
The Blue Suede connection, that is.
Keep moving, move along. Keep moving, move along.
Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And hit that notification bell.
We are your Blue Suede Connection.